Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. So today we will start our new chapter of class 3rd and subject is EVS. So let's start our new unit. Our new unit is unit number 3, plants, and name of the chapter is many leaves. So student, as you can guess from the name that in this chapter we will read about leaves. So student, as you can see in your surroundings, there are so many plants. In earlier classes you already studied that each and every plant has different parts such as leaves, stem, fruit, flowers, root, etc. So in this chapter we will read more about the leaf part of the plant. So let's start. So leaves are the most important part of a plant as they make food for the plant. So it is often called the kitchen of a plant. So student, leaves are considered as the most important part of the plant because they help to make food for the plant. Because of this function of preparing food for the plant, they are also known as kitchen of a plant. So to know about more of leaf, we have to understand what are the parts of the leaves. So let's read about parts of a leaf. So basically there are 5 parts of each leaves which are generally present in nature. So first part is leaf blade, second part is midvein, third part is side vein, fourth part is stomata, and fifth part is stalk. So these are 5 basic part of a leaf. Let's start to know more about their parts. So first part is leaf blade. So it is the flat and broad part of a leaf. So from the picture you can also see that the edge or flat broad part of leaf is called leaf blade. So let's see what is our next part. Our next part is midvein. It is the tube running in the middle of the leaf. It is made of a double pipeline of cells. So students, you can see in the picture also the line which is present in the middle of the leaf is called midvein. It divides a leaf into 2 equal parts and it is made up of double pipeline of cells. So it is known as midvein or middle vein. So let's see what is our next part, which is side veins. So these are smaller tubes connected to the midvein. These are made of single pipeline of cells. So as you can see in the picture also, the side veins are connected to the middle vein or midvein, and they are smaller tubes and they are made up of single pipeline of cells. So let's see our next part. Our next part is stomata. These are tiny pores that are mostly present on the underside of a leaf. These help in exchange of gases. So students, the stomata are the tiny pores that mostly present underside of leaves, and they help to exchange gases such as carbon dioxide, oxygen, or somewhat water also. They help the leaf to prepare food in the process of photosynthesis. So stomatas are the most important part of a leaf. So let's see what is our next part. Our next part is stalk. The leaf is attached to the stem with a stalk. You can see in the picture also the leaf is attached to the stem with a stalk. So these are the 5 basic parts of a leaf. So now student, let's move on next things of leaf, such as to learn and understand more about leaves, we should know size, shape and color of leaves. So let's see. First is color. So you can see in the picture that some leaves are green, some are red and some are pinkish or yellowish. So why the leaves of the different plants or plant are different colors? So most leaves are green in color due to the presence of green pigment called chlorophyll. Some leaves also have different color due to special colored pigment. So students, basically the green color of the leaves is because of the presence of green pigment which is called chlorophyll, and some leaves are in different colors such as pink, yellow or red. They are because of the special colored pigment. Example of this colorful leaves are maple leaves and croton leaves. Maple leaves are red and croton leaves are yellow. So basically in this section we can understand that the color of the leaves are because of the different kind of pigments present in it. So let's see next, shape. So basically leaves are of different in shapes. They may be triangular, long, broad, round or needle like in shape. Basically we are saying that the leaves can be of different shapes. They can be round, triangular or needle, broad, etc. etc. The edge of the some leaves can be smooth and sharp or rough. So basically we are saying that leaves can be of different shapes. So let's see next. Next is size. So some leaves are small, some leaves are big and some are very long. So in this heading we are saying that leaves can be of different sizes. Some can be long, some can be small, some can be broad or some can be tiny. As you can see in the picture also, there is a long leaf of banana and other side there is a small leaf of mint and a big leaf of taro leaves. So in nature there are different sizes of leaves. Next is number. Number of leaves vary from plant to plant. A banana tree has a few big leaves while mango tree has hundreds of leaves. So as you can understand that as the shape and size of leaf, number of leaves can be vary. Means it also be different in numbers. As an example is given that banana tree has few leaves as comparison to the mango tree, because mango tree has hundreds of leaves. So it also be vary from plant to plant. Next is smell. So some leaves have unique scent. The leaves of mint, coriander and tulsi can be identified by their scent. So different kinds of leaves have different unique smell or scent also. We can identify them with their unique scent, such as coriander, tulsi, and mint leaves. We can identify them with their scent. So, students, now we know that leaves have different parts. The leaves can be of different sizes. They can be of different numbers in different plants, and they have unique scent, their own scent, and the shape and size of the leaves also be vary. So today we will read these much only. Next time we will read their uses, their consumption, etc. Now for today your homework is read chapter 2 times and draw the 3 types of leaf and color it in your EVS copy. So I hope you understand all about the leaves. That's all for now. Thank you.